and we need to be ready and poised to be positioned to provide that shortened time frame. We've been working on a 44-acre site at the Air Center, and we hired and paid for the Phase 1 environmental. That's complete. We have already embarked on, signed a proposal to have the geotech work done as well, and that's next, and then we can probably get the site certified, and then we get to market. We are doing those certified sites in partnership with Excel Energy, who's a strong partner of ours, and how we can continue to drive more opportunities by having shovel-ready sites to lure companies. When I attended that MRO show, and I know I shared this with you, but I want to reemphasize this, and that is companies want to come to resources, land, buildings that are ready to go. For them, it's all about speed and time. The issues that we have in Chaves County is we don't have a lot of inventory. You know that. We don't have sites ready to go. And so this Certified Sites program, it'll be our second certified site, and we hope to have a third one that we'll work on this coming year. It's expensive to do. It costs the EDC a little bit of funds, but it's important because if we don't develop that, we can't be attracted to potential clients and companies to consider bringing their business here. Mr. Chairman, that's my report this morning. Again, thank you very much, each of you, for your support of economic development and those opportunities that bring Chaves County great things, and we look forward to other things happening in your future.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone have any questions for Mike?
Mr. Chairman, Mike, just to follow up on USA Beef, they're wanting to expand. Are they going to expand on site or at a different place, or how are they going to be able to expand?
So the current JTIP funds was for on-site, where they're at Cedarvale in the county. They are planning to expand further than that, and I can't really talk a whole lot about it because they're in negotiations right now. But let me back up. So we were working with them to secure another building, and because of cost, they decided to move in a different direction. And so we've been working with them to get to that land piece for the acquisition, and but that project's gonna take off. It'll create initially about between 20 and 30 jobs. Has potential to grow up to about 70 to 80 jobs. So not sure if it's going to be in the city or the county yet, but nonetheless, we'll have more jobs in Chaves County, and I think that's important.
Good. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Okay, this time we're going to have a presentation from Margaret Byfield from the American Stewards of Liberty about the 3030 bill. Do you want to introduce Margaret, please?
Sure. Margaret has been working with Chaves County for how many years now? About 6? Or maybe longer than that.
Sagebrush lizard, about 2007.
So Dune sagebrush lizard, that's a while back. We're continuing to fight a lot of fights where we don't believe that it fits within our needs here in Chaves County. Margaret has stepped forward and helped us with reviewing grazing regulations, looking at the lizard information, prairie chicken. She's worked with us on numerous things. Margaret has a very interesting story, and we're very excited to have her tonight to tell that to us and explain it to our community. But this morning she's going to visit with us for a few minutes about several of the things that we should all be watching that should be on our radar screen. Margaret.
Thank you, and I appreciate the invitation, and good to see all of you commissioners. Am I on? I sometimes am a little soft. So one of the things, and we work on all kinds of issues, a lot of ESA, endangered species issues. We have a pretty aggressive delisting program where we actually petition to delist species that shouldn't be on the list. But we are a property rights organization, and that's where all of our work stems from. And what is most critical, I think, for this audience and the commissioners to be aware of is the new administration has an initiative that they are pushing, which is called 30 by 30. And we started following this right after the president was elected, and because we started watching what the environmental movement was really pushing, knowing that a lot of those, the people who would be in policy positions in the new administration would then that's the agenda that we expected to be pushed. And we saw 30 by 30 coming up in all of their literature, a very, very serious proposal that now is part of the Biden administration. And what 30 by 30 is it's a very radical environmental push to permanently protect 30% of our lands and oceans by 2030. So that is basically 681 million acres by 2030 that they want permanently protected in its natural state, which means no use, no productive use. Now, the Department of Interior has said that currently 12% of the lands in America is permanently protected. So they're looking at another 409 million acres that they want to put into permanent protection. The reasoning for this is it all stems from the climate crisis narrative that we are hearing from this administration, that they believe that over 1 million species will go extinct worldwide in the coming decades, and a third of the U.S. species will go extinct in the coming decades. Therefore, they need to permanently protect the habitat. So it's kind of a scary proposition because obviously that's a lot of land, and you know we're talking about both increasing restrictions on federal lands and a lot of private property. In fact, they have clearly stated that they must have more private property included in the program because 2/3 of the conversion of lands from its natural state to development is now occurring on private property, but only 1% of that property is protected at the level that they want to see. So that's the environmental agenda. It actually gets a little worse, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more tonight. But that's the agenda. So that's what we were studying and expecting to see this administration push at some level through the policies, because there's two key things. Vice President Harris co-signed the Senate resolution for 30 by 30 in the last session. And there were only 10 senators that did it. It's not a popular idea. On the House side, Department of Interior Secretary, your former representative, Hoagland, was one of the 5 co-sponsors for 30 by 30 on the House side. So we really expected this to be pushed. And it did. It came to play a little earlier than we were expecting, which was January 27th. It's deep inside the Climate Crisis Executive Order. That's a 57-page executive order. This is Section 216. And it's a very simple statement saying that the president wants to conserve 30% of our lands and oceans. Now, what's troubling is that there's not a lot of transparency from the Biden administration on this. Department of Interior has released a little bit more substance that we've been able to certainly connect the dots to the environmental agenda of 30 by 30. And But the Biden administration itself has really been hiding the ball. A report was supposed to be delivered to the National Climate Task Force by Department of Interior that was to include the implementation plan, and it is very shy on details. They're trying to rebrand the project now because there's been a lot of backlash that people, obviously, this is a concept that a lot of Americans do not agree with. And so we've seen, so they've tried to rebrand it, and they have failed to provide Americans with substantive details, such as they say we must conserve and restore our lands, 30% of our lands, but then they say defining what conserve means is too difficult, so they don't give us a definition. They also don't specifically identify which lands they're targeting or which lands qualify. That, too, is too difficult. So that's the rhetoric, but what we've been really tracking is the action. What action are they taking? So we're watching actions out of Department of Interior. We're watching bills that are being pushed and endorsed by the administration through Congress, and of course, the 12% figure. We do know what lands are included in that 12% figure of what is permanently protected. So those are all the things that we're watching and tracking and revealing and getting out to the public as best we can to get everybody educated on this. And part of this, one of the things that is really being pushed by the agenda, by the administration, is the narrative that this is a locally led initiative. However, this initiative is an international initiative. So every nation right now is being called on by the environmental community to implement 30 by 30. You can Google what's going on in Canada, and you will see what they are doing on 30 by 30. It's an international agenda. So it's really a hard sell for the president and his team to say that this is locally driven when most people don't even know about it. So that's part of the rhetoric that we need to be aware of. So I think that's kind of the highlights of the program. And tonight we're going to give a presentation on it and go through and peel back all the layers on this, so you can see from start to finish what they are doing, what they've put in place to implement this, and most importantly, for you guys to understand what to watch for and how to protect the home front, because nobody can protect your county except you guys, the landowners here and your commissioners. And that's just really important for everybody to be aware of what kinds of programs to expect that they will be trying to implement this program. And Commissioner, you've sat through the presentation, so if there's anything specifically that you want me to address here, I'm happy to do it.
I think you give a pretty good overview. Just invite those that can come tonight to listen to the whole presentation, and it gets pretty in-depth. And there's a lot of information there. Due to the size of our agenda this morning, Margaret, would you be available just after the meeting, or if some people here want to ask a few questions, would you be available to answer those questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking your time to do that. If anyone wants to visit with Margaret here in a little bit, we'll catch her in the foyer and visit, and we're going to move on with our meeting. Once again, thank you. Okay, on the agenda items A, on the public hearings, so we have a special use permit business this morning. Lewis, you're up.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Before us, agenda item number 1 is case Z 2020-1, a special use permit for a trucking business to approve or deny the special use in Area 2, zoned agricultural residential area. Mr. and Mrs. Rivera would like to operate their trucking business, Seed Trucking LLC, from their newly constructed residential lot located approximately 950 feet east of the intersection of Orchard and US 285. Mr. and Mrs. Rivera possess 11 operational semi-trucks, but are the only 2 full-time drivers listed on the US DOT registration. They hire 8 to 10 drivers yearly from May to November to assist them with transporting agricultural products from the field to the processing centers in West Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and now I understand in Arizona. From December to April, the semi-trucks are repaired and stored on the property. The proposed location is within the US 285 commercial corridor, which supports commercial and industrial development per the 2016 Comprehensive Master Plan. It is 1 lot over from another trucking business zoned industrial owned by his cousin Mario Rivera. Section 1A1, Article 18 of the Chavez County Zoning Ordinance number 7 states the board may grant a special use permit district in any district from which use are otherwise prohibited by this zoning code, and shall impose appropriate conditions and safeguards to protect the general plan and conserve and protect the property values of the neighborhood. This particular item is located at 22 Orchard Park Road. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval of the special use permit by a vote of 4-0 based on finding of facts 1 through 5 and conditions 1 through 9 as noted in staff's report. Staff recommends approval of this special use.
Thank you, Louis. This being a public hearing, we'll open it up for anyone here that is for the special use permit. Does anyone here want to speak for it?
Excuse me, they're in the lobby. I'll have to grab them.
Okay. Please, for the public record, would you state your name and your address?
My name is Eric Rivera. The address is 22 East Orchard Park, Dexter, New Mexico.
Okay. And you're here to speak for this public
Yes.
use? Okay. Go ahead.
We were asking for the special use permit to be approved. We've been using that address there to park our trucks, when we're not during the season. As we told the members before, during the silage season, the trucks aren't at that address. They're in the fields, they're working. 90% of our work is out of town, in Arizona, Oklahoma, Texas, mostly out of town. And they're never loaded there. They're never going through the streets, heavy, anything like that. We're not doing any business per se at that location. Just, we park them there. We take care of them. We do, the maintenance that they need. And that's about it. Yeah, and it's all agricultural work for dairies and stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Rivera?
Mr. Chairman, I just have one question. On here, on the conditions, it says that applicant shall pave, concrete, or chip seal the driveway, apron. Do you know the conditions that were put into this, Louis? Were they met with these conditions and told about? I noticed that was one of them.
Chairman, Commissioners, yes, that is something that we spoke with Mr. Rivera about.
Okay.
Mr. Rivera about.
Okay. And you're okay with all that? It's part of the conditions on approving the special use?
I guess I would just have a question of like the specific details of, because I know we did
Okay.
have to, I believe we got told we got to put up a fence, and
Okay.
in our property, we are putting down, where the trucks travel through, what is it called? ¿Cómo se llama lo que le pusimos ahí? Yeah, it's gravel, it's recycled asphalt, basically, is what it is we're putting it down where the trucks travel through in our property, and,
Okay. I guess, Louis, you might want to get with them and kind of go over some of these conditions a little bit more on that. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Commissioner Cavan?
No questions, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's it. Anyone else speaking for? Okay. Anyone against? Anyone to speak against this special use permit? Please state your name and your address.
Good morning. Neil Binderman, East Crossroads. I know you're dreading this, but I'll keep it very brief. I wish to formally object, and I believe you're exceeding your authority by granting this. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing no one else, what's the pleasure of the commission?
I'd like to ask Mr. Binderman, in what way are we exceeding our authority?
It relates to a Supreme Court decision on the very same subject. And I think it may be more appropriate not to talk about it here, but if you would approve this, I can then lodge a formal appeal, which you can overturn, and after that I can get in front of the district court judge. So we can actually resolve this issue once and for all. So I can put everything in the documentation on the appeal. Thank you.
Stan, do you have anything to say on anything about this? Can you address this any at all?
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, I believe that you do have the authority to do this, and I believe your own ordinance allows you to do this, and it's been your practice in the past to do this, and it's not arbitrary, capricious, or against the law. So if you choose to do it, you can do it. You have to have findings of facts, conclusions that you have in your presentation, in your packet. If you don't want to do it, you would also need to have some findings of fact as to why you would turn it down. But you do have that authority.
Any questions for Stan or?
And Mr. Chairman, I move approval of case Z 2020-1, special use permit for the Rivera Trucking Business, or Seed Trucking, I think is the name of the applicant, subject to the conditions and findings.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, and a second by Commissioner Dana for approval of case Z 2021, special use permit for trucking business. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All against? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, on to agreements and resolutions, item number 2. Ratification agreement of A-21019.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This morning, we're asking for ratification of approval of Agreement A-21019. This is an agreement between the New Mexico Department of Transportation and Chaves County in the amount of $428,584 for the Hobson Road project. We were originally awarded $569,000, but when we started to do the work, we found that the definition of the work that was allowed didn't cover the scope of the work that we needed. So we requested the reauthorization to widen the scope so we can get the work done that we need to do. And then, if you want me to, I can do the resolution at the same time. And we're asking for authorization of Resolution R, ratification of Resolution R 21-024 between Chaves County and the New Mexico Department of Transportation for the same agreement and the same amount of money of $428,584. That is a requirement of the DOT to have the resolution.
Why the $3 difference?
$428,584?
The one above is
And one-
$428,587. I had to ask Annabelle to scold me if I didn't.
That would probably be a typo.
I believe 584 is correct, isn't it?
The 584 is correct.
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
the number.
I think it's just on the agenda.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My apologies. So that's why we're asking for approval of the ratifications, so we can get the work done.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I move, Mr. Chairman, I move that we ratify agreement A-21-019 and R-21-024, each of which is between Chaves County and the New Mexico Department of Transportation for the reauthorization of the Hobson Road project
Yes.
Second,
in
Mr.
some correct amount.
Whatever we say.
And that's A and B. You're doing
Yes.
both?
Yes.
Okay.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Ezell and a second by Commissioner Dana for the ratification agreements between A-21-019 and also the ratification resolution between R-21 and 024 between Chaves County and New Mexico Department of Transportation of the reauthorization appropriation of 19-D3314 Hobson Road project funding in an amount of $428,584. Did I do that okay, Cindy? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 3, approval of the CDWI application for FY22.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, County Commissioners. As of agenda item number 3, agreement A-21-020, approval of the CDWI application for FY22. The Chaves County DWI program would like the approval to submit the fiscal year 22 CDWI application. The estimated award amount for fiscal year 22 is $13,955. This amount will partially pay for one of the DWI court compliance officers. The application will fund project year July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022. Staff recommends approval.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the Chaves County DWA award, approval of agreement A-21-020, approval of the CDWI application fiscal year 22 in the amount of $13,995.
Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Chairman.
You're slow, Mr. Kevin.
Just prove
Motion
any
made by
swear.
Commissioner Taylor, and second by Commissioner Darrell for the agreement of A-21-020 approval of the CDWI application for year 2022. Any discussion, any more questions? Not? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, agenda item number 4, agreement A-21-021 between Chaves County and the State of New Mexico DFA and local government divisions for the DWI local grant for year 21-22.
Mr. Chairman, County Commissioners, for agenda item number 4, agreement A-21-021 between the Chaves County and the State of New Mexico DFA Local Government Division for DWI local grant fiscal year 21-2022. Excuse me. The Chaves County DWI program was awarded 52.
What button is there first? There you go.
Not that one.
Don't push that one there, we can still hear you.
The Chaves County DWI program was awarded $52,000 in the local DWI grant funds for fiscal year 2021-2022. This funding will be utilized to fund the full-time treatment provider. The term of the agreement will start July 1st, 2021, and will extend to June 30th, 2022. Staff recommends approval.
there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve Agreement A-21-021 between Chaves County and the State of New Mexico DFA Local Government Division for DWI Local Grant FY 21/22.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Dana and second by Commissioner Taylor for approval of Agreement A-21-021. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 5.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Agenda item number 5, Agreement A-21-022, Legal Services for Chaves County. On May 20th, 2021, the Commission awarded RFP 21-1, Legal Services for Chaves County, to Stanton L. Riggs, Attorney at Law, LLC. Agreement A-21-022 is the agreement for those services. Staff recommends approval.
Do you have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move approval of Agreement A-21-022, Legal Services for Chaves County.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion in favor of approval from Commissioner Ezell and a second by Commissioner Dana. Does anyone have any questions? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 6 is an agreement, a lease agreement for office space located at the Pecos Valley Medical Complex at 1606 Southeast Main, Roswell, New Mexico. I Associates has been leasing this building for the last 5 years. The new lease is for a 1-year period with 4 additional 1-year automatic renewals, not to exceed a total of 5 years. The rent will be $9,649 a month. The rent will increase by 1.5% each year of the renewal. I Associates has been a good lessee, and Chaves County desires to continue this relationship. Staff recommends the approval of Agreement A-21-030.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Taylor.
I move for approval of Agreement A-21-030 between Chaves County and I Associates of New Mexico for lease of office space at the Pecos Valley Medical Complex in the amount of $9,649 a month.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Ezell for approval of Agreement A-21-030 between Chaves County, I Associates of New Mexico for the lease of office space at the Pecos Valley Medical Complex. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, if it's acceptable to you, I'll do agenda item number 7 has an A and B part. Can we do those together?
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I will abstain from voting on this one. My wife is Diane Taylor.
Mr. Chairman, if you'd rather, I can separate them, and Mr. Taylor, I suppose, could vote on Ms. Mita's if we did it that way.
Yeah, let's separate them.
Oh, okay. Is that acceptable to
Does that
you,
accept,
Commissioner
Taylor? Would
Taylor?
that be acceptable to do that?
Okay, thank you. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Ms. Diane Mita is an independent contractor who performs services for the Chaves County DWI program. She's been leasing one of our offices at the County Suite D2 of St. Mary's Complex for the last 4 years. Both the DWI persons have been great lessees, and the county wishes to continue the lease with them. So agreement A-21-031 is the lease agreement between Chaves County and Diane S. Mita to lease the office space at 1600 Southeast Main, Suite D2.
Okay, we're going to vote on agenda item 7A. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve Agreement A-21-031, lease agreement between Chaves County and Diane Mita to lease office space at 1600 Southeast Main Suite D2.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Dana and seconded by Commissioner Ezell for approval of A-21-031 lease agreement between Chaves County and Diana Mina to lease office space at 1600 South Main, Suite D2. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Bill, go on to Agreement B.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Agenda Item 7B is the lease agreement A-21032 for the lease agreement between Diane Taylor and Chaves County to lease office space at 1600 Southeast Main Suite D2. And I'd like to add that both of these leases are for $200 per month. The offset of services to the value of the property is well exceeded by the work they provide for our community. Staff recommends approval.
There a motion?
There are two separate leases for the same space?
There are two offices located within
Oh,
there,
okay.
yes.
I didn't know if they were roommates or not.
Very close.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of Agreement A-21-032, lease agreement between Chaves County and Diane Taylor.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, second by Commissioner Dana for the agreement of A-21-032 lease agreement between Chaves County, Diane Taylor, and to lease office space at 1600 Southeast Main, Suite D2. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed?
Get Will to say aye.
He's saying aye, but he's not, I can just feel it. I don't know.
Because otherwise it's 2-0.
Still pushing buttons.
He's pushing buttons. Will, are you there? Or? He must have pushed the off button. Anyway. Motion carries. I vote aye.
There you go. Thank you.
For,
Move forward.
yeah,
Okay.
because Commissioner
Yeah,
Taylor
Commissioner,
abstained.
yeah.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Agenda Item Number 8 is for Resolution R-21025, the Local Emergency Disaster Declaration. As y'all are aware, we declared an emergency on June 3rd, 2021 due to severe weather that occurred on May 30th, 31st, and June 1st, 2021. Flooding occurred at the Roswell Air Center and southern Roswell due to the failure of the Hondo River Diversion Number 3 dike. At this time, we are requesting ratification of this declaration. The declaration of emergency is required prior to any reimbursements the county may receive. Commissioner Cavan has already signed this, but we need your ratification now. Staff recommends approval.
Mr. Chair, I move ratification of Resolution R-21-025, the Local Emergency Disaster Declaration.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Ezell, seconded by Commissioner Taylor for ratification resolution R-21-025, local emergency disaster declaration. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
There he is. Welcome back.
Commissioner, thanks for being on the island.
Motion carries. Item number 9. Resolution R-21-026, designating the polling places for the 2021 local election. Thank you, Ms. Cindy.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, good morning. Resolution R-21-026 is, you've already approved the polling places for the 2021 regular local election that will be held this coming November 2nd. This resolution is to add the Roswell Boys and Girls Club to the list of polling locations. Staff recommends approval.
thought you were bringing back Duncan.
Yeah.
I don't, no comment.
Really. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve Resolution R-21-026, designating the polling places for the 2021 local election, adding the Boys and Girls Club.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Dana, seconded by Commissioner Taylor, in favor of Resolution R-21-026, designating the polling places for the 2021 elections, bringing back the girls, Boys and Girls Club. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Item number 10.
Agenda item number 10 is Resolution R-21-027. This is to designate the polling places for the 2022 primary and general elections and the 2023 regular local election. They will be the same as the ones you just approved. We're asking for 12 polling places to be approved. Staff recommends approval. And precinct 44 and 104 will be designated as mail ballot election precincts.
I don't see Duncan on this list. But Kenna's not on there either.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Taylor.
I move approval of Resolution R-21-027, designating polling places for the 2022 primary and general elections and the 2023 regular local election.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Dana, for approval of Resolution R-21-027, designating polling places for the 2022 primary general elections and the 2023 regular elections. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Agenda item number 11.
Agenda item 11 is Resolution R-21-028, appointment to the County Board of Registration. State statute says that at the first regular scheduled meeting in June of each odd-numbered year, the County Commission is to appoint 3 voters who shall constitute the Board of Registration for the county. Not more than 2 members of the board shall be members of the same political party. The term will be from, states the term from July 1st of this year until June 30th of the next succeeding odd-numbered year, which is 2023. The following names are being presented for appointment: Carolyn Hollifield, Daniel Johnson, and Dave Kunkel. Staff recommends approval.
Cindy, are we going to be able to get Dave out of hiding?
Right, say.
I mean, I was just
Away
kinda-
from the lake, we're not
Yes.
sure.
Be sure and send a carrier pigeon so he knows when to show up.
Yeah. Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of Resolution R-21-028 with for the appointment to the County Board of Registration as stated.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, second by Commissioner Taylor, in favor of Resolution R-21-028, the appointment to the County Board of Registration as read. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 12.
Item number 12 is Resolution R-21-029 to adjust precinct boundaries. New Mexico statutes, Section 1-3-1 requires that a precinct shall be divided or its boundaries adjusted if the precinct has had more than 750 votes cast by voters of that precinct at a general election based on the two most recent general elections, or more than 2,500 persons residing within the boundaries of the precinct based on the most recent federal decennial census. Pursuant to subsection A, 1-3-5, it is the duty of the Board of County Commissioners by resolution to create, divide, abolish, combine, or adjust the boundaries of any precincts as necessary to meet the requirements of the election code, as well as legal and constitutional requirements for redistricting. Adjustments are being made after the number of voters in the 2020 general election exceeded 750 voters for precincts 9 and 41. These adjustments will not go into effect until January 1st of 2022, and staff recommends approval.
Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve Resolution R-21-029, adjusting precinct boundaries for precinct 9 and 41.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Dana, seconded by Commissioner Cavan for approval of Resolution R-21-026, adjusting the precinct boundaries. All in favor? What?
A question.
Okay.
A question.
Commissioner Ezell, sorry.
Cindy?
Yes, sir.
If a voter changes precincts, how are they notified?
We send them a new voter registration card.
And it's clear that their precinct has changed because, okay.
It will be, with the split of these two precincts, none of the districts will change. Where you'll get that is after the census. If there's any district changes from the census, then we could see some changes, but with these two, there will not be.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
So Commissioner Bell, I got bumped out of precinct 11 and stuck in precinct 17 in these splits.
Sorry.
So you got moved over where the pretty people are? Is that where it's at? Over by the golf course?
Yeah. Well, now I got moved over to the townhouse.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All opposed, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, as you're aware, at last month's meeting, we had a vote as part of the annual road hearings to vacate East Grand Plains Road, and that was within Resolution R-21022. That vote ended in a tie as one of the commissioners had to recuse himself from voting. After the meeting, the parties involved came forward and asked if we would consider reconsidering this vote. This request is to reconsider East Grand Plains Road vacation within Resolution R-21022. If you should choose to vote to reconsider this, then we have a new resolution for that road, just to make it real crystal clear and just a paper trail for future to make sure that we do it. But I do want to remind you that you can only discuss the reconsideration vote at this time. You can't discuss any of the details of the road until after you've voted whether or not you would like to reconsider the vote that was taken at the last meeting for East Grand Plains Road. If that's clear.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Taylor.
I make a motion to reconsider the 2021 East Grand Plains Road hearing disposition within Resolution R-21-022.
Second.
There's been a motion by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Cavan to reconsider 2021 East Grand Plains Road hearing disposition within Resolution R-21022. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, for the reasons stated last meeting, I have to abstain.
Duly noted. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we'll move on to Resolution R-21030, 2021 East Grand Plains Road hearing disposition.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, in light of the vote to reconsider the vacation request for East Grand Plains Road, I'd like to now ask the Commission to reconsider the disposition of that, and that is covered by Resolution R-21030. And I can stand for questions, and I know that the parties are here, and they have come to an agreement on some access things. So, thank you.
Does anybody want to address this again? You guys worked it out? Y'all got it worked out? Okay, it's good enough.
Make a motion first.
Make a motion.
Let's see.
It would be a road just to vacate, a motion to vacate East Grand Plains Road in the 2021 annual road hearings.
Yeah, I move that Resolution R-21-030, 2021 East Grand Plains Road hearing disposition, that we move to vacate that road.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Dana to approve Resolution R-21030, 2021 East Grand Plains Road disposition for vacation. Any further discussion?
Just a point of clarification, we're only going to vacate the portion that was stated in the application.
In the application. Thank you, Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman,
Well, the Commissioners, as I read it, it's application A, the road vacation, route off the pond, which is 1,710 feet of East Grand Plains Road. Is that correct, Bill?
That is correct.
Yeah. Commissioner Taylor.
the parties involved, I was just wondering if they would like, that they're in full agreement and they've reached an agreement?
Okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you, guys, for your hard work. Okay, move on to the ITBs and RFPs. Item number 14, agenda item number 14. Go ahead.
Agenda item number 14, ITB 21-2, Construction Materials and Services for Travis County Road Department. Purchasing Department received a total of 4 bids. Constructors, Quality Emulsion, Holly Frontier, Ergon Asphalt and Emulsion. Staff finds all bids responsive to specification and recommends award be made to all bidders. Multiple awards are desired to ensure availability and timely delivery. Also to ensure Travis County taxpayers that the road department is providing the best product for the most efficient overall cost as reasonable possible. Award will constitute a price agreement that will be effective for 1 year with the option to renew up to 3 additional 1-year terms by agreement of both parties. Staff recommends approval.
Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval.
Commissioner Ezell?
I move approval of agenda item 14, ITB-21-2, on the construction materials and services for the road department.
Second? Anyone?
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell, second by Commissioner Dana to approve agenda item number 14, the ITB-21-2, Construction Materials and Services for Chaves County Road Department. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
All opposed? Motion carries. Other business. Agenda item number 15. Tommy, thank you, Melanie, for coming.
Mr. Chairman, County Commissioners, on Agenda Item 15, appointment of DWI Planning Council voting members. According to the Chavez County DWI Program Charter, DWI Planning Council voting members must be appointed by the Board of Commission in June every odd year. The attached list has the current voting members listed, as well as 2 new recommendations of potential new voting members. First, Judge Maria Ordonez, current Hagerman Municipal Judge, will be replacing Cliff Wade at large. Number 2, Judge Joe Seski, current City of Roswell Municipal Judge, will be replacing Margaret Kennard at large. Staff would like the Chavez County Commissioners to appoint DWI Planning Council voting members. Term of voting members will be for 2 years. With this approval, the Chavez County Planning Council will remain with 12 approved voting members and 1 vacancy. Staff recommends approval.
Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the appointments for the DWI Planning Council voting members, Judge Maria Ordonez and Judge Joe Seski. They attended our last meeting. So, thank you, Ellie. Thank you.
Motion made by Commissioner Dana and seconded by Commissioner Ezell to approve appointment of DWI Planning Council voting members. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 16, appointment of members to Joy Center Board of Directors.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, 3 members of the Joy Center Board of Directors are appointed by Chavez County. Presently, those members are Ms. Rita Kane Dorhofer, Mr. Robert McCray, and there's now an empty position that was held by Mr. Harold Hobson, who resigned from the board. Monica Duran, Executive Director of Chavez County Joy Centers, has requested that the vacant position be replaced by Ms. Phyllis Fix, who has expressed an interest in filling the position. Ms. Fix is here in the back row, center. Staff recommends that the commission appoint Ms. Phyllis Fix to the Joy Center Board of Directors.
Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the appointment of Ms. Phyllis Fix to the Chavez County Joy Center Board of Directors.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dana, second by Commissioner Ezell for appointment of member to the Joy Center Board of Directors, Ms. Phyllis Fix. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of checks.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of checks in the amount of $2,107,148.40.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Dana for approval of checks. You'll have to say that number again because I don't have it pulled up again.
$2,107,146.40.
Thank you, Commissioner Ezell. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Approval of reports.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve reports.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dana, second by Commissioner Taylor for approval of reports. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we'll go into this part of our meeting is for unscheduled communication limited to 3 minutes per visitor, not to exceed 15 minutes. No formal action will be taken by the commission. Ms. Rita, where's your partner in crime at? Where did he go?
Who's my partner?
He was back there a while ago. What'd you do, run him off?
I guess I did. Good morning, Rita Kane Dorhofer, very narrow, unstriped Mark Road. Since 2004, I've been sitting in the back row, not causing any trouble, and I heard all of you commissioners every single time tell you how great the staff is. Well, not only is the staff great to you, but the staff is great to me. I can go to any department. I visited the sheriff the other day, believe it or not. I call people on the phone. and they do what I hope that they're going to do for me. My latest one was Ellie. She's still here? Yes. You know that the Alien Fest is going to be on the courthouse lawn. Well, we have a problem with trash. No worries. I am the trash director, the education director, a couple of other directors, along with everybody on the Keep Chavez County Beautiful board. We will, thank you, Ellie, thank you, the detention center, thank you, Robert, thank you, Judge Sesky. We will not only keep the courthouse lawn clean, but up and down Main Street for our businesses. They have volunteered to help me make sure that Chavez County, and for all of our visitors, even if they go to the UFO Festival, the Alien Festival will take care of the trash. So I thank them for helping me. Oh, and thank you for appointing Phyllis to the board. I've known Phyllis since 1992, and I think she's going to keep me out of trouble.
Good luck. That would be a full-time job. Thank you, Rita. Anyone else? Senator Jennings. Please state your name and your address.
Tim Jennings, 3968 Cottonwood Lane. Poor Phyllis would be the first thing I'd probably say if she's going to keep Rita out of trouble. As your flood commissioner, I would just like to tell you that we have repaired the breach in the levee. We call it diversion 3. It's been done. The real problem still exists, and we're probably going to need help from elected officials and others to pursue the Corps of Engineers placing gates on the Rocky Arroyo Dam. There's no way to fix any of that property until it dries up. If we had gates and could shut it, we could have fixed it much earlier. But instead, we have to wait till the water all runs out. And I know the Corps of Engineers, it's a quagmire about who came first, the dam or the gates. But if we can't shut it, we can't fix the diversion. And that's what happened. We've already got it. We've got it fixed. Probably in the future, we probably need to raise that diversion maybe another 18 inches or 2 foot. Just it starts out about 5 feet. There was only one breach that was really in there. The other was a designed overflow that we had on that breach. It worked very well, but we just have a problem there that's it's going to have to be addressed. And staff, it all came together real well. And if you haven't been out there, that dirt after you've been through there, it is the finest dust that you can ever create anywhere out there trying to work in that stuff when it's like this. It's a real fine powder and just goes everywhere. So, but it's all, hopefully we're ready for the next 50-year storm or 100-year storm, whatever it is. But we probably should raise that up a little bit. But this is all in design. We met with the Corps of Engineers yesterday, and we can certainly have anyone who would like to go to sandbag training. We're trying to work that out on sandbag training. But and the problem they have is that you have sandbags, but the bigger sandbags that they have hold 1 cubic yard, which is about, they said 1,000 pounds. A cubic yard of sand is between 2,600 and 2,800 pounds of that. And when it's wet, like it was, you can't drive out there and just leave the sandbags off. You're going to have to fly them in. And there aren't any helicopters around. They did locate one that could possibly have worked to bring in the sandbags, but there was no way to get to it. And when you go out there in that flat, it is so flat, and there's no bottom to that. There are sinkholes out there. You can see them when you drive around out there. You can see where all of a sudden they're just like a funnel goes down in the ground, where the water went down into the ground, just sopped it up in. And so there's some issues, but I think if we can, we should be safe. until we have, unless we have a perfect storm that comes between the dams and our protected areas. And we have probably a little bit of, the area is just so flat, we're gonna have to build some kind of a canal there to help drain some of the water out, but all in all, we should be in good shape, so. And everything really worked like it was supposed to, except we didn't have gates on that one dam. So, yeah. Any questions?
Anybody got any questions for Tim?
And it would be nice if we could vote in Duncan too. I mean, I understand. Ken, I made my first political speech in Canada for the county commission, so I understand the value of that, and I can't understand why the other four can't figure that out, but we can work on it.
Thank you. Anyone else?
And don't forget online, I don't know if we have.
Yeah, is anyone online? I'm sorry.
Well, they're online, but there's no question.
Okay. All right, County Manager Communications. Bill, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's been a very interesting few days since Memorial Day and now. As Mr. Jennings stated, we just had a meeting with the Army Corps yesterday, who pretty much told us that they aren't real interested in putting a gate on the dam, that they don't believe that that's going to do us any good. But as the commissioner stated, had they been able to turn off the water just for a few hours, they could have gone in and repaired the damage and then opened it back up and gone back to business. So the fact that water ran for several days over people was very unfortunate. But we're working towards a solution there. They have corrected the problem. I want to say that Dick Smith worked really well during this time. He was assailed from all directions, and he really stood up well to the test, provided a lot of good response, and ultimately got the problem corrected. And I know that when we needed some assistance, the road department needed some assistance from flood control, they came right out there, very responsive, allowed us to drain one of our ditches into one of their ditches so that we could alleviate some concerns with some of our agriculturalists out in East Grand Plains. But I want to thank them for all the work that they did during this thing. I just got an email a few minutes ago. I created an MOU with the city of Roswell to assist with the Ascent Hangar project, the $3 million, up to $3 million to provide infrastructure for that project, and they just sent the signed copy back. So we're continuing to move ahead on that, and I think that's going to be a great thing for our community. Same thing, we met with AVEX Aviation a couple of days ago. Commissioner Dana, Commissioner Ezell were there. It was really a fantastic opportunity, I think, for our community, and we look forward to seeing where this goes in the near future. They purchased Mystic, and it just looks like really good stuff going to happen there. I'm very excited about tonight's meeting on the 30 by 30. I was fortunate enough to hear Margaret speak in Tucumcari a month or so ago, and she really has a lot of information that we all need to hear. I am very concerned about it, and the bigger picture, I understand, I believe it was National Geographic who said that the bigger picture is actually 50 by 50. Yep. So 50% of the world's land and water is being controlled by the UN or some other organization. Just personally, I don't want some other government across the street from me telling me I can't go behind this fence and see what's going on in this, quote, wilderness area that can't be used for grazing or anything else. I think that we have to stand firm on this. Glad that Hobson Road money was reappropriated. Somehow along the way, the termini got changed on that, so we had money, but we could only use it within this few hundred yards of Hobson. We're ready to finish up all the stuff that we've done over the last several years, and we're ready to go. As soon as those agreements are signed, we're ready to get started doing that. So looking forward to that. I want to Keep Chaves County Beautiful. They work pretty tirelessly on many, many fronts. Poor Sean, he makes Phyllis's job of keeping Rita in line look like child's play, because he has to deal with her almost every day, and he does a very good job of keeping her lined out. But they really do provide a lot of help and services to us, and we want to thank you for that. I want to thank all the staff. Everybody's done a great job. We've encountered a lot of stuff here in the last month or so, and they've all stepped up to the plate and done a really good job. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Bill. Commissioner Taylor.
Well, we finally got rain. Maybe a little too much at one time. And I wasn't even here to see the rain or stand out and get wet. We were in East Texas, and I kept getting emails about this tremendous rain. I thought, that doesn't happen in Chaves County. But anyways, I would like to say thank you to Senator Jennings and to Commissioner Ezell for all the work they put in, their expertise in working on this flood situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Dana.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I agree. I was out of town too. I was in Phoenix where it was hot and dry. And I'm receiving text messages, emails, pictures. I'm online looking at my cameras going, oh my gosh, we loved it at our place. We didn't get quite. But Ms. Rita, I do have a question for you. Are you working with the Roswell disaster? I know they're trying to help some businesses and families, and someone had asked about trash bags and things like that. So I just want to know if you're helping with that.
I have been in contact with them, and I said if they need any trash bags, I also sent in a text to Bill and to Joe. I called Joe West on the phone. I said, if you need trash bags, if you need trash cans, anything from 55 gallons down to the 13 gallons, call me.
Okay.
Nobody's called me.
Well, I was just kind of curious because I saw the call out for stuff like that, and I thought, well, why aren't they getting a hold of Keep Chaves County Beautiful? Because I know you're usually on top of everything. So next time I see a call out, I'm going to make sure that they know to get in touch with you. Yes, we're seeing, I noticed too that some of the businesses are reopening in the flood areas, a few restaurants, so they're putting the call out. If you want to go to a place to eat, please go to one of these businesses, these restaurants that were flooded, but they're back up and running, hopefully. You know, I know everybody gets upset about the floodwaters and what can we do and why aren't we doing, and I think we all worked together to alleviate the problem, but, you know, we just had one of those issues, the 100-year flood, and now we know what to do and maybe help a little bit to keep it. Now, the question is, will we have another 100-year flood? So hopefully the next rain we get will be a little softer and gentler. That's what I would like to see. But I do want to thank Chaves County, the staff, the road department, Bill. I think texting Bill too when I was out of town going, what's going on? I flew back in. Thank you to American Airlines for having the flight connection straight to Phoenix so I can go see my kids. But I flew in and it was a challenge. I was on the phone with Bill trying to figure out how to get to the relief route because all the routes were closed. So I had to kind of go out of my way, and I was just amazed at the water that was standing on the west side. I get home, and there was water at my place, but nothing like that was out there as I was trying to make my way to my house. So, but it's just nice to see the coordinated effort between everybody in trying to alleviate the problems, and that's what we do. We work well and play well with others, and I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody being on top of it. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Dana. Commissioner Ezell.
Well, I won't reiterate everything that was said, but my thanks go out to Bill and Mac and Joe and everybody that worked on this, Dick Smith and Tim Jennings. For those of you that don't know, the Rocky Dam, the problem dam, is in the west pasture of our ranch. So we were kind of in the middle of it all the way through, and most of the people that were affected by the floodwaters live in my district. So it was quite an unusual time, but everything that possibly could have been done was done. And everything from, I'd get a call from a constituent where when it started drying out, people wanted to clean up their property. I'd call Bill, boom, they got a dumpster. I mean, a big dumpster. They filled it up in a hurry. But
We had 12 of those out throughout the
yeah,
county, and they all filled up.
all of the road department got construction-sized dumpsters out to all the affected areas so that people could start cleaning up the mess on their property. And it's a testament to the resiliency of Chatham County residents. They didn't wait for somebody to come help them. They got out there and started doing it themselves. And I think it speaks volumes about the character of our citizens. And I'm going to get off my soapbox, but I would like to welcome Stanton Riggs to the private practice of law. Congratulations. Congratulations on landing a client. And just my thanks to everybody for all their hard work.
Yep.
Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Ezell. Commissioner Cavan.
Well, Commissioners, thank you guys. Again, I mean, you guys have said it all already as far as what the hard work and everything that Bill and our family at Chatham County do for the citizens of Chatham County. Jeff, I don't know if Margaret is still in the room, but I want to thank her for being here and put on her presentation tonight for those that make it out to it, and I hope they do. If we had any updated information, Margaret, that you can email to me. I'm up here in Ruidoso right now. With the New Mexico County Board of Directors, and it's already getting my Western Interstate Region report, but a large part of that report was the 30/30 land grab, and there's a lot of interest from these board members and from the New Mexico County staff. And so I'm going to give them what I have, but if you have something that's more current, please send it on to me so I can forward it to all of them, so that the state of New Mexico is standing mostly 90% unified in opposition to this land grab and this control that the federal government is trying to take over the western half of the United States. With that, I'm gonna go back into my board of directors meeting. I appreciate you guys putting up with me trying to turn the microphone on and give my WIR report. And, appreciate everybody, and great job today. Elise, I will be in this afternoon to sign documents, and I will be there for my presentation. So thank you. God bless Chatham County. God bless America.
Thank you, Commissioner Cavan. Just want to thank everybody for their hard work. Everybody's has touched on all the great things that's happened in the last few weeks here in the county. The 100-year flood, let's hope it rains again within that period of time, the next 100 years. But I know there was a lot of hard work went out, and a lot of people worked on it to alleviate all the issues and problems. Thank you, staff. Thank you for what you do, and thank everyone. And we're going to sign documents and adjourn. Thank you.